Hello dear students, I am Dr. Chandrakala HD. This video is the part B of session 2 from the topic data communication. In this video, I'll be teaching you what are the applications of networks and what are the criteria used to measure the efficiency of a network. The contents of this slide of the video are applications of network and network criteria. First, let us see what are the applications of networks. In today's world, we cannot imagine any computer or mobile phone which does not have a connectivity to networks. That's how important the computer network has become for us. We can't imagine any of our jobs being done without the use of a computer network, whether it be browsing for information or interacting with peers or for education purpose or for work from home or for any online education purposes. We require computer networks very much today. Now, formally, let us discuss what are the applications of the networks. The first main application of computer networks is resource sharing. Some of the resources like printers and storage devices or even softwares for that matter can be shared on a network. So resource sharing means the printer, storage devices and powerful softwares, costly softwares can be installed on one particular powerful computer on the network, and these resources can be shared with all other devices who are connected to that particular network. Instead of having individual devices or resources for each computer on the network, we can simply have one set of devices, and those resources can be shared among all the computers which are part of the network. So this leads to economical and efficient use of the computer resources. The second main application of computer networks is exchange of information by means of emails and file transfer protocols. So today you can exchange information among your friends or your colleagues irrespective of where they are located geographically, how far apart they are geographically located from you. So we have a lot of services like emails, file transfer protocols, social networking sites through which instantaneously you can exchange information. This helps you to be up to date with the current trends and current issues which are going on in the society. As well, if the colleagues are in touch with each other through these social networking sites, they can work in collaboration with each other as if they are sitting with each other and working together. The third application of the networks is information browsing. So today on World Wide Web, you can find any information which you want. There is no information which is not available on World Wide Web today. So if you have World Wide Web and internet, you can browse any information on your fingertips today. Whether it can be your GPS location to find some address to which you want to reach, or information about any particular company, industry or government or any educational institution. It's available on your fingertips through your World Wide Web and internet. The fourth application of network is remote login. On a computer network, there will be numerous computers which are connected with each other. Any computer which is part of this network can log on to any other remote computer which is part of the network and use that computer as if the computer was in front of that particular user. So irrespective of the geographical location, you can have an access to the particular remote computer very easily today because of computer networks. There are specialized softwares like TeamViewer which will provide access to the particular remote computer with just few button clicks. The fifth application of networks is remote access to database and servers. So today there is no limit for the amount of data which can be stored on computers, and the main advantage is the huge data or databases need not be kept in all the computers which are part of the computer network. One superior or powerful server will be designated to maintain all the databases. All the computers which are part of that particular network can have an access to the database whenever they want by requesting the server. Another advantage or application of networks is networks provides interaction with the network nodes using dynamic web pages. So any node or user which is part of the network can interact with any other nodes on the network using dynamic web pages. So instantaneously you can interact with any other node using dynamic web pages. The best examples of dynamic web pages are, today you can fill any application form like your any banking applications or banking exam applications, or even your competitive exam applications. Today you fill the applications online through dynamic web pages. You make payment of your application fee or registration fee through dynamic web pages interactively with the institute which is conducting the examination. The next application of network is IP phones. Today, you can make phone calls also on network. The best example is you can make WhatsApp calls, or you can make a Skype call and talk to people over network. Another application is video conferences. So many people who are located geographically apart can see each other and talk to each other as if they were sitting in front of each other in the same room using the video conferences application of the network. So video conference application is a specialized software through which people can establish connection with multiple users who are located in different parts of the world. So it provides an audio and video service through which people can talk interactively. So some examples of video conference application are the Zoom, Google Meet, so on and so forth. So in this pandemic situation, you might have taken up a lot of online classes. All the online classes, they are conducted using such video conference applications. So through these applications, the teacher can and students can see each other and discuss with each other and learn the topics interactively. The next advantage or application of network is it supports parallel computing. So any computing task which is complicated can be divided into subtasks, and it can be distributed to the several computers which are available on the network, and those computers will parallelly do the execution or computation of that particular task. Parallel means at the same time. So instead of one computer solving a complex task by taking huge amount of time and computing resources, we are sharing the workload to the different computers which are available on the network, and we are accomplishing the job at a faster pace. And also we are saving on the need for expensive computing resource. Instead of keeping one powerful computer to solve a complex task, we can get the complex task done by dividing it into smaller and simpler subtasks on simple configuration computers as well. So that's one of the major application of networks. Also, instant messaging is another application of network. So you can instantly message to any of your friends and have an interactive discussion with them today. So a lot of applications are available for instant messaging. Your Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram are few examples through which you can do instant messaging on computer network. So these are few applications of computer networks. Next, we shall see network criteria. So we have a network which provides several services to all the nodes or computers which are connected to it. The next question arises is, how do you measure the quality of the services provided by the network? So till now we have learned what all services the computer network provides. Next, we should know how do we measure the quality of services provided by the network. So we use three main criteria to measure the performance or quality of the services provided by the network. These three criteria are the performance criteria, reliability criteria, and security criteria. The first criteria, performance, is generally measured using two units, the transit time and the response time. Transit time is the amount of time which is required for a message or file to travel from one device to another device on the network. So a sender sends some file or information to another device called as a receiver. So from the time the information leaves the sender and reaches the receiver, the time frame between this or the travel time the message takes to travel from the sender to receiver is called as the transit time. And another parameter is response time. Response time is the time period between raising of a request for some service to the network and the time at which the network responds for the request. So response time is the time elapsed between an inquiry and a corresponding response. So for a computer to give quality service, it should make sure that the transit time and response time are minimal or as small as possible. The next network criteria is reliability. We expect a network to be up and running 24/7 without any failure. For a network to give good quality service, the frequency of failure of the network should be minimal. The third criteria for quality of service for the network is security. So as we all know, computer network is an interconnection of several computers. Several users from various nodes will be accessing services on the network. So how do we protect the privacy of data of the users who are using the network is one big question. So any network is responsible for providing security of data for the users. So the network should protect the data of its users from unauthorized access. Any data on the network should be allowed to be accessed by only authorized users. No unauthorized users should be allowed to access the network services. One best example of the need for security is your banking transactions. Today we do online banking transactions. So only the authorized customer should be allowed to access his bank account. The authentic account holder should only be allowed to access the bank account for crediting or debiting the account. If an unauthorized person is allowed to access the bank account, then bank fraud can happen, leading to loss of money to the bank customer. So this has to be this is a security issue that needs to be handled basically by the network. So it should always protect the data of its users from unauthorized access. So in this video, we learned the various applications of the network and the various criteria which we use to measure the quality of service provided by the network. Thank you.